Manga-Waido.
I wonder what Rumi-chan's going to do.
We can't take her in.
Just because someone has lost their parents doesn't mean their relatives have to take care of them. Shouldn't the local government or some kind of facility be doing something about it?
My name is Rumi Sekiguchi. My mother's funeral had just ended. My father died in an accident last year, and my mother, who had been recovering from an illness, suddenly became very ill and was hospitalized due to the shock. While living at my grandparents' house, I prayed for my mother's recovery, but just the other day, my mother passed away despite the treatment. We'll look after Rumi from now on.
Rumi, you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. But my grandparents are old and have chronic illnesses. We don't have much money, so I decided to stop learning calligraphy, which I had been studying for a long time.
It's 60,000 yen in total.
It's an expensive uniform for a public junior high school. I'll be fine with the second-hand clothing. There's a recycle shop near the school.
But
I looked in there the other day and there are lots of clean second-hand clothes, so it's fine. Sorry, Rumi.
I'm sorry to make you feel like this.
A few years later on the second anniversary of my mother's death, the relatives who gathered together were saying all sorts of things about me again. What about high school? Even public school costs a lot of money.
We wouldn't want to be relied on. She'll have to manage her own finances.
She should have been sent to a children's home from the start. I thought the insults would get worse if I stayed, so I left the scene. Then...
Hello, Rumi-chan.
I'm
Hachiro Ota. I met you when you were little, but I guess I forgot.
Hachiro-san was a distant relative.
Your mother took very good care of me. She was such a kind person.
Hachiro-san was hospitalized when he was young, and my mother, who was a nurse at the time, took care of him in various ways. When my mother passed away, he was on a business trip overseas and apologized for not being able to attend the funeral. Thank you for coming today, Hachiro-san. I think she will be happy to see you too.
No, you look a little pale. Are you okay?
She's ill, but she's taking care of Rumi-chan, and it's taking a toll on her.
What? Ill?
Well, but I'm fine. I have to raise Rumi well for the sake of Mommy.
But she's getting old. That's right. Hachiro-kun, why don't you take Rumi-chan in?
What?
That's a good idea. You don't have a girlfriend anyway, do you? If you carry on like this, you'll have your whole life lonely.
That's right. If you adopt this child, everything will be solved.
And that was the end of the story. But after that, my grandfather's health deteriorated. He ended up having to stay in the hospital for a long time. It was that weekend when Hachiro-san came to visit.
If it's not so much trouble, would it be possible for me to look after Rumi at my place?
Hachiro-san works for good companies and has savings, so he says he can afford to support a child on his own.
It must be hard to raise a child at your age, right? I want you to take care of yourself.
To be honest, I don't know much about Hachiro-san, so I was doubtful. But if I'm here, it will be a burden on my grandparents. Grandma, I'll go live with my uncle. You should stay with Grandpa. Rumi. I look forward to living with you, Hachiro-san. And so I went to live with Hachiro-san. I left my grandparents' house with a smile on my face, but in truth, what's going to happen to me? And was filled with fear, but...
This is it.
Whoa! Hachiro-san's apartment was really big and clean, and he even had prepared a room for me.
I don't know what you like, so I tried making things that I thought children would like.
Did you make all of this? That's amazing!
I just started making things I like to eat, and it just came naturally.
Did you get chubby from eating all the food you make?
You're perceptive. That's exactly right. Recipes are usually for 2 or 4 people, right? You make it exactly to the recipe, you end up with big portions.
I see. But maybe you'll lose weight from now on.
What?
Because I eat a lot.
I'm glad you like it. Worth making.
When Hachiro-san told me I could read whatever books I liked from the bookshelf, I looked at the bookshelf and saw a whole row of manga comics there. I like this! Slime Tank! I found it in the library and I was reading it.
Wow. So even libraries these days have manga?
I wanted to go watch movies, but I didn't have any money.
Then why don't we watch it together? I have a DVD.
Really? Yay! Hachiro-san was very kind and talked to me a lot about manga and anime I like, so we became friends very quickly.
Rumi, your handwriting is really good.
I used to learn calligraphy, but I stopped because it was expensive.
Then you can go back taking lessons.
But
You got such talent. It would be a shame to not develop it.
are you sure?
Of course. I've decided to take responsibility for raising you, so let me pay for your lessons.
Uncle, thank you. Hachiro-san is a very kind person and listens to me properly. And then Yuka got angry and left.
I see. But you know, I don't think Yuka-chan was wrong either, don't you?
Of course, I know I was wrong too, but
Then you better make up soon. You don't want to keep fighting forever, do you?
I know. Thanks, Uncle. I'm going to apologize to Yuka.
Yeah. Maybe we should give her some sweets when you apologize. Let's make them together.
Yeah. Hachiro-san, you're kind of like my mother. As I lived with Hachiro-san, the sadness of losing my mother gradually began to heal. But after about 2 months, a problem arose. It's so tight. What should I do? The bra I'd been wearing for a long time had become too tight. I wonder how much it costs. Could I afford with my allowance? Wearing a tight bra made me feel sick, and I gradually lost my appetite.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
No, I'm fine. See you later.
Uh...
A few days later, when I came home, there was a strange woman in the house. Hello, you must be Rumi-chan, right? Oh, yes. I'm Kaho Arai. I'm Hachiro's colleague. Rumi-chan, you're so cute. Huh. Hachiro, you're not thinking of raising this girl to your liking, are you?
Stop it. I'm not Prince Hikaru.
Haha, I'm just joking. I thought she had come to talk about work, but it seems like that's not the case. After eating dinner, Kaho-san sat down next to me and told me quietly, Rumi-chan, have you been having any problems lately? What? Hachiro-san came to talk to me the other day about how you haven't been eating much lately. Did something bad happen at school? Oh, no, it's not that. The truth is, when I told her the whole story, Kaho-san drove me to the shopping mall. I guess this is about right for a junior high school student. Shall I have my clerk take measurements? What? You'll get uncomfortable again if you don't get the right size. Don't worry, I'll be right here. Kaho-san stayed by my side as she said she would. I have Hachiro pay for it later, so don't worry. And even paid for it. Thank you very much. No problem. Hachiro called me because he thought that there might be things you would find difficult to say to a man. Is that so? And there are things that happen between girls at school, right? If you need anything, you could ask me, okay? Yes, thank you. When I got home, I thanked Hachiro-san. Then,
You don't have to thank me. Besides, I got the chance to talk to Kaho-san. And Oh, never mind.
by chance, Uncle, are you interested in Kaho-san?
That's not it. I respect her as a colleague, but...
I'm sure this is it. After that, every time Kaho-san came, I would make sure they were alone and I would tell Kaho-san lots of good things about Hachiro-san. Then, the prospective Hachiro-san.
Rumi-chan, are you doing this on purpose?
Do what?
Like, leaving me alone with Kaho-san?
Yeah, because you like her, right? It's so obvious.
Oh, you knew. Actually,
When Hachiro-san first joined the company, a senior colleague tried to make him take the blame for a mistake, and it was Kaho-san who came to his rescue. He had been in an unrequited love with her ever since. Then why don't you just confess?
what? It's impossible.
Why? I don't think Kaho-san would come to the house so often if she disliked you.
But
Doesn't that mean that she wants to talk to you too?
I look like this. There's no chance.
You can change your appearance as much as you like. That's right. I've put on a bit of weight too. So let's lose weight together.
What?
If that gives you the confidence you need, go ahead and make your move.
That's impossible.
I want you to be happy. I don't want to be the only person you make happy.
I see. If that's the case, then maybe I'll make myself happy?
Yeah. We immediately looked up low-calorie menus and started our diet that very day. Wake up, Uncle! We're going for a walk.
What? It's only 5 a.m.
It's too hot in the afternoon, so we have to go in the morning. Come on, get up! You need to move your body and burn some fat. Hachiro-san doesn't like exercise, but he still seems happy to lose weight. We've worked hard on our diet, walking every day and eating low-calorie, high-protein meals. A few months later...
It's amazing, Rumi. My pants are so loose.
Great! Then let's go shopping for some new clothes. After getting some new clothes and having his hair done at the hairdresser, Hachiro-san had become a completely different, good-looking man. How is it? That gives you confidence, right?
Yeah. I'm scared because I don't feel like myself. Thank you, Rumi. I'll try my best.
Yeah, I'm cheering for you. The next day, I have a quiz tomorrow. I'd be in trouble if I got a failing mark, so I'm going to study.
Oh, okay. Well...
What?
There's dessert. Would you like some?
No, not that, Uncle.
Thanks, but don't you think it'd be better with Rumi-chan later?
Oh, right.
By the way, you've changed so much. Even in the department, people are saying you've become really handsome.
Really?
Yeah, did you find someone you like?
What?
Am I right? Who is it? Could it be Mari-chan from General Affairs Department?
No, that's not it. The person I like is...
Come on, say it.
The person I like is Kaho-san.
Yes.
I've always liked you, Kaho-san. Ever since you helped me when I just started the job.
Hachiro-san.
I thought it would be a bother if I confessed to someone like you. So I couldn't say it, but Rumi told me to give it my best shot. Let me say it again. I've liked you for a long time, Kaho-san. Will you go out with me?
Thanks. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry for calling you out earlier. I thought it would be a shame if we're becoming more attractive for someone else.
Does that mean...
I like you too, Hachiro. Please, go out with me.
Yay, that's great, Uncle.
Wow! Rumi, you were listening?
I had a feeling, but you really were.
After that, I studied really hard so as not to be a burden on Hachiro-san, and I was accepted into high school as a scholarship student. And a year after I graduated from high school, Hachiro-san and Kaho got married. Kaho-san, you're so beautiful!
Thanks. I'm gonna throw the bouquet to you, so make sure you catch it.
What? It's too early for Rumi.
You're such a doting parent, Hachiro.
Shortly after getting married, Hachiro became independent and started his own business, becoming the company president. Now he and Kaho run the design office together, and they seem to be busy every day. I was also able to go to university on a scholarship, and after graduating, I was able to join a prestigious company. Oh, yes, at my mother's 13th memorial service, something like this happened. I heard, Rumi-chan, you work at White Trading, right? They pay you a lot, don't they? Can you lend me some money?
Hachiro-kun became the president, didn't he? Please, help me out. The factory's business is in bad shape.
We're relatives, so let's help each other out, okay? I decline. I'm still a lowly employee with no financial leeway.
Besides, when she was all alone, no one offered to help her, did you?
That's...
Just because a relative is having financial difficulties, does that mean you have to take care of them? If you are having trouble, why not consult with your local government or the appropriate facilities? Didn't everyone say that to Rumi right after her mother died?
I want to repay my debt to my grandparents and to Hachiro-san and his wife. I don't have the means to do anything more at this point.
So please, take your leave.
The relatives who were told this looked embarrassed and left. Some people are so brazen.
I know, but maybe the savior will appear to those people too.
What?
Because I was saved by everyone and I'm here now.
That's the result of your good nature, Rumi-chan. Those people, you know.
Good nature, huh? Then I'll have to start accumulating virtue now so that I can get help when I'm in trouble again. Grandma, Grandpa, here's a present. I got my first bonus.
Oh, I see.
How cute. Thank you, Rumi.
Yeah, please stay healthy and let me be more filial to you. Dear Father and Mother in heaven, I'm happy to be surrounded by wonderful people. I will live a long life for you both and repay everyone's kindness.